Odalin
Your,
is
Maj-
completely stone-faced.
Your Majesty, charged. We have been
What
charged
the fuck?
with.
Matt connection
Got a
issues?
bug.
Yeah, stream dropped for a second. That was weird.
Cool.
Beat off the stream. Who the fuck? Oh, you think I don't have Wizard Squad on my phone?
Oh, hold on.
No, go ahead. You're good. You're good. It reconnected.
Okay, good. Your Majesty, we of the Platinum Order have been charged with bringing about an end to the situation down in the south. And we have brought together the East and the West in accordance with this directive, for lack of better words. And we would humbly request that you lend your aid, as this could be, as this ending the threat of Ebor is a very I could the ending the war not with in terms of Ebor would be very profitable to all involved, i.e., being able to live past the next 53 days. We humbly request that you lend your aid in this time of extreme crisis.
I was going to say. Alright. Okay, I was going to um, say. I was actually going to wait. He'll wait for if the king is about to respond, he will listen to the king's response.
Good. Odalin Mage's blood speaks for a moment. What you are requesting is a non-request. What you are requesting is that I continue my fight against the South. That is being done. Are you here just to waste my time?
I was going
We are
to
not
speak
your
up.
Majesty.
I was going to speak up and say, we also propose that this operation be conducted in concert with the East and the West.
To what end?
Stopping Ebor.
I'm sure the East and the West can handle it on their own if they threw everything they had at him.
Well,
You want
you can
more.
always make the job easy.
Your Majesty, we
I'm
have
sure I
reasons to
could.
believe-
The risks are enormous. You know that.
I'm sure I could. However, if I leave this to be, my three greatest threats are likely to cancel each other out.
I was going to say likely, perhaps, but what if Ebor wins?
Your
And
Majesty,
you lose everything.
Your Majesty, if if the North, the East, and the West work together to defeat the South, there is a possibility that those threats, as you say, could stop being threats.
Hmm. And what makes you think I don't already have plans for Igor of my own?
Well, we are sure you do.
Crisis is the mother of all invention.
As someone who builds, I'm sure you are aware of the necessities of redundancy. Our efforts in this is to increase the likelihood of our success and our efforts to stop evil. Your aid would be an insurmountable benefit on the side against evil.
Your Majesty, the combined military might of the three nations that are not under the sway of this mad king would certainly be more than enough to overwhelm him if they work together. As um, as a great ruler, I'm certain you understand that.
What I understand is risk versus reward. What you're telling me is to put my men on the ground, a place far away from home, risking their lives and livelihood.
Far be it from him to risk the lives and livelihood of his soldiers, am I right? Alba doesn't say that.
Please say above
What?
board.
Alba doesn't say that. Alba was talking, that was above board.
Was that something you were thinking, though?
Alba wouldn't think that.
Oh, you just give us so much information. Skirt.
I'm not saying he's using detect thoughts, because Alpha would know that instantly. But it's something I need to be aware of.
Alba's instead going to say,
I'm not finished. What you are offering me a great cost, but not much benefit here. My kingdom has done nothing but grow over these millennia of war. Over this millennia of war. And though the threat has become more imminent, I have no doubt that my plans in place are plenty. So, convince me.
So am I to understand that you could take care of Ybor on your own? So if we go back and talk to the East and the West, have them pull out, stop all efforts in stopping Ybor, you'll take care of it for us?
Do you really think you would be able to convince anyone of such prattle?
I do not. But I'm just in the hypothetical.
Your Majesty, look at it this way. It's worth an enormous effort to stop Igor, because if he's not stopped, you lose everything, and you don't want to risk that.
I've lost everything over 100 times. Thousands upon thousands of times. Losing it again means little.
I was going to say, this would be more than that.
I assure you it
Disruption
wouldn't.
in the entire country.
I assure you it wouldn't. It's happened several times before.
Does Alba know what he's talking about there?
Is he referring to the extinction of the elves?
Is there like
Oh,
some
boy,
historical
this-
event that Alba would know about that he's talking about?
Maybe.
Can I roll a history check for it?
Yes. How much do you know about Tears' mom and her dealings with the North?
Um, probably what I mostly what I have heard from Tears at various points
Mm-hmm.
and inferred from that.
Anything specific that stands out with that?
She goes and kills the elves. Constantly.
Yeah, that.
And they have to get unkilled. Constantly.
And the North is
Meaning
mostly
he
elves,
remembers
then,
every
right?
time they get killed. Constantly.
You're
Like we do
here,
with our dreams.
Elena. You can
I
say
know. But I was also trying to see how long I could go quiet during the session. Apparently I failed.
Well, I got. Okay, thank you for your.
Unfortunately, you're not as much of a degenerate as Noah.
Thank you for your
every
greater
10 minutes.
knowledge of the lore than mine.
I just have stupid memory.
Remember how I said we should maybe try for the Soul Eater ending with the South instead of trying to work with the North?
No, that's for Stellaris papers.
Are you
Any,
maybe
any
starting
response to this?
I'm
So-
trying to think of a good
It's
response.
Alva's argument. He stopped mine.
Also, okay, so Alva's just gonna say this seems much less like a crisis you can recover from.
And if I can't recover from it, so what?
You want to be able to recover?
The destiny of my kingdom has long since been out of my own hands.
You're the king.
And I control it as
Above.
such.
All right, so above, I'm separating this with above board. Do we want to see if we can't convince Tears' mom to not murder the elves all over again?
Good fucking luck!
I would not be hopeful for that.
I'm just
She's currently,
Like-
who the fuck knows what's going on with that right now?
Yeah,
Is there-
but you don't know that.
So
Also,
basically,
how
it's the
exactly
elves
are you
sometimes get
planning on
killed and then
making
all brought
contact?
back to life, and he doesn't care about them being killed without being able to be brought back to life.
A mass extinction event is nothing new.
So, what do we want to do?
What
We
you
need
have
to-
to convince me is why I should care about this one. An instant mass extinction event where everything is wiped out as if it never were is nothing new.
Did you not care about all the others? Shouldn't you care about this one also?
This one won't be reversed.
This one can't be reversed either. At least, not in any way that's likely to happen.
And he seems to stand up for a moment and walks forward. The fact that you believe me instantly, without even questioning my sanity for a moment about mass extinction events being common among my people, is quite telling about what you know.
You
That-
do know the god who is the cause behind it.
Oh, we go with that.
We have also gone through similar things in dreams.
Is that
Turns
what
out
Elena's
to
Pitted
be-
against
saying?
each other.
I've gone through similar things in dreams.
Holy crap.
Pitted against
That's
each other and killed them all.
That is
It's
true.
actually true as fuck. I totally forgot about that.
I've killed my friends who knows how many times.
Alright, Helena, you bring it up. You found it.
She did.
Yeah. So how's the king respond?
Alright, guys. I need to mute for a second. My apologies.
What?
Noah is
Just
being
go laugh.
devious. Is that what you posted in? No, none of you can see what I'm doing right now, which is amazing.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Thing I cannot see, but your glasses have reflection.
Yeah, sure. If I put on glasses, you can see it. Where the fuck did I put them?
What are you doing, Noah? No, I could see them when they were like that.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you're
Noah
messing
just
with
did
her.
a stupid.
You're messing with her. Is he messing with your notes?
No.
He DM'd me a thing. It was really funny.
Fanfics.
I do like your post there about dumbasses in distress. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I? Yes. Who are you? And what do you want?
Is he talking to me?
Everyone.
We are the Platinum Order, and we want to stop you, Bordes, from destroying this plane of existence.
That's what you came
Moving
here
him-
to tell me diplomatically. But what do you want?
Personally,
You who goes murdering in the streets. You who has a family to take care of. You who has been, as he turns to Helena, you who has long since abandoned noble titles and seemingly have been along for the ride longer than any others. And you, a machine built for war, sent along to stop it. What do you want?
First off,
I want to not die in 20
excuse me, my lord, your majesty. What do you mean killing, murdering in the streets?
He was pointing towards
No,
Zill for that one.
I know. This is in character.
Lying?
What?
Your majesty, what do you mean by that? When you say that to Zill?
Eisenballen being a primary example.
That was the one where the massive.
Where you guys
Down,
let
down.
him cut loose, yes.
Wait. Are you
Technically,
talking?
that wasn't me, but
Is
it
that
was
where he
me,
after
which I
Colgrim
Was that the
died,
one-
or is that where he
That was
went
after
and tried
Colgrim died.
himself?
Or would you
Okay.
prefer the one where
Uh-oh.
you murdered an innocent person in your, would you call it hometown at this point? For giving you what you wanted.
How did he know about the stable then?
Okay, Matt.
That was impressive. That's good.
He can read minds, guys. No. He can see Zill's sins.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll the page too. I'll be like,
He
yeah,
can
let's
read
do this.
Zill's bags.
Saves, apparently. He can
What?
just read our minds without saves.
No,
apparently.
that's a spy network.
Don't worry, me and Sarah are making a manifesto.
Apparently something.
He thinks I feel shame about what I've done. Oh, you mean this cage?
This is not the movie.
That's one.
This one.
Yes, you have the strangest habits.
Yes, I do. And currently, those habits are being aligned towards the stopping of Bordes. Somewhat, more or less.
They aren't very aligned with appeasing me.
Well, I'd argue we don't need to appease you, we just need you on our side.
That is not good. That is not very polite, Zill.
I love the idea of Father ever just being a mad father. That's not very polite, Zill.
Well, obviously, he doesn't care about the ending of everything.
Also, Zill, as an aside, Zill, are there any more incidents of this like that I need to know about?
That you need to know about? No, that happened probably.
I am this close, Zill. My apologies, Your Majesty.
By all means, bloodshed in my throne room is nothing new.
Oh, that. Those guards look scary. I don't know.
It
Those
if
guards will one-shot me.
if it come if it comes out in character that Zill committed the mass murder in the streets,
Oh, that will. Well, actually, that's scary.
he just mentioned basically all your atrocities, bar that one.
Oh, he definitely knows about that one. That's fun. See if he spills that can of worms. Ooh.
Ooh. I ask again, what do you want?
I want, Your Majesty, I want a future where I don't have to be solely for war. I was built for a war. That doesn't mean I have to be a warrior my whole existence.
And I don't want my family to die in 50 days.
53 and counting, yes.
I don't want Drachmir to lose any more family members. He's seen too many deaths in his young life.
Right.
And why? And I am sure you're asking, why should you care about the petty hopes and dreams of a few when, as you've said, the hopes and dreams of your kingdom have been destroyed many, many times over in the past millennium. And I don't have and to be honest, I don't have I don't think I have the answer you are looking for. But I don't the hopes and dreams of your people mean something to you?
Of course.
Then, as a steward of your as the person who guides them, wouldn't you want the best chance of eliminating the possibilities of failure to be the course of action that you take? Combining, while it may be that the war has been going on this past millennium, doesn't mean that the people of this world can't bind together in a time of crisis. They've bound together under their kingdoms over the past 1,000+ years of this war. But what if they didn't have to constantly worry about attacks and constantly worry for at least the next 50 days about whether or not they will die in the next 50 days? They
Your Your resolve is rather admirable, but your argument remains weak. A lifespan of 1 day versus 2 does not much a difference make. In reality, I am pursuing my own means to deal with evil. And whether or not the East and West align, well, whether they wind up as collateral is no skin off my nose.
Why not work with them then? Do you think it'll make it harder?
For my eventual goals.
What goals are those, if not caring for your kingdom?
Exactly so. Pursuing the best end for my kingdom.
What could that end be? That is helped by not fighting against evil.
Elimination of all adversaries.
If it means the elimination of you,
I am but one ruler.
even if it means the elimination of the thing you're trying to protect, you'll get rid of all the adversaries?
Yeah, for what it's worth, Theris would never accept any sort of deal like that.
You do realize that her entire backstory is being repeatedly magically
Yeah.
ripped apart and reassembled by elves, right?
I know my argument,
Yeah.
debating him is weak, but I'm
Like,
trying.
literally-
No, we're talking to Sarah here.
I know.
Like, imagine the worst shit that people have ever done to each other. Okay, now make that about 20 times worse and over the span of like 10 years.
I believe
Probably
there's a
longer,
specific
realistically.
term that was used associated with it. It's a very cruel method of fox hunting.
No, that's a different
Torture.
thing. That's why she's a god here. That's what took me from being like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go for vampirism, into full on, I'm going to become a god.
Oh yeah,
That's a
no,
different
that was just
That
Ted
was
being
just
a
someone else
dumbass.
being a dick.
That was just
Uh,
Ted and more specifically Strahd being a dick.
Yeah.
No, she was the
She was magically tortured and experimented on for a very long period of time in a really horrific way by elves.
Look at the risen animal race when you guys have time. But think of the worst possible way it could have been done.
The kind of shit that an archmagos biologist in the Warhammer universe
Would
look
say,
at
what
and
the
go,
fuck?
fuck. The kind of
Oh,
shit
boy.
that the Drukhari in the Warhammer universe, that the Drukhari fucking flesh sculptors
They
look
would
at
they
and go,
would
"Dude, what the
cringe.
fuck?"
They would cringe, yeah.
The kind of shit that would make Slanesh, she who thirsts, kill herself in horror.
Oh shit.
We get the picture.
Yeah.
Basically, really fucked up shit. Absolutely despises the elves. Azeroth has calmed her down over roughly 600 years.
There is literally only one elf that she doesn't hate to an obscene degree.
And that is Tears.
Yeah.
Or four,
Yeah.
technically.
Well, was Tears, past tense.
Yes. No, she still doesn't like Var.
No, I mean Tears isn't an elf anymore.
Well, yeah, but Var is.
No, she's not.
No, she's a kobold.
Yep.
Oh,
Far's a kobold.
right. Was an elf.
Do I get a pass for being a kobold? Or
Yes,
as a matter of
actually.
character goes?
She gets a kobold pass.
Yes, you get a kobold pass.
You get to say the K word.
I can say the K word.
I apologize for my poor diplomatic skills. I'm trying my best.
You're
You're
not
good.
in diplomacy,
We saved
but
a
it's fine.
diplomatic mission. We knew what we were getting. You're doing very well for pile driver, especially.
You're just there to keep an eye on Zill.
You were
I'm also like a special representative of.
Yeah, and you're doing very well. It's just that this guy is a complete fucking twat.
Or he's hiding
He
something.
really is.
He's too smart to be this dumb. He's got to be hiding something.
I mean, at least the East, the ruler was basically Anakin Skywalker, but a dwarf woman.
Absolutely based.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, commits war crimes on the reg, but yeah, they're charismatic enough to back it up.
Right.
I love how you confirmed that.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
How my read is that?
He probably just wants like the East and West dead so he can take over the entire place and just.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck do you think he was talking about, my guy?
Besa did seem to get it, so I was like, probably why.
Yeah, if we go really dark into this fucking hole, and then everyone else is gonna kill each other.
Alright.
Why not befriend the East and the West?
Alright, let's try above board.
How about 1,000 years of animosity to start?
Oh, a long journey starts with one step. Start walking the other way. We really should listen to Fenrir and start building a magic nuke.
It'd take me a while to put the right level of effort into designing the spell form, but I mean, I could
Your
probably
Majesty.
do it.
Your Majesty. For 1,000 years, none of the kingdoms together. And now, 2 out of the 3 that are not led by this mad king that is Ebor propose to work together. Does that not show some progress? We were on this mission before.
Certainly does.
Then what? Then, Your Majesty, why not try to step forward?
Because in the long term, what inevitably waits is a power struggle. A vacuum of what will be left from what Ebor once stood. Inevitably, the East and West will come to blows to fight over the remains of the Kingdom of the South. You think too highly of yourselves if you were to assume anything less. Inevitably, new rulers will come to power. And they will seek to do what countries do. Expand and conquer.
But what if, Your Majesty, with the 3 of you the 3 countries that are not the South working together, in the end come to an agreement that is equitable for all parties involved?
Unfortunately, you don't seem to understand how limited a time we really have. Offer me something worthwhile. I will consider your arrangement.
I was just gonna say, I don't get why making your kingdom not be destroyed isn't worthwhile enough.
Long-term investment.
It's long term. If your kingdom is gone, it's gone. It's not gonna
You
be around
bitch,
for a long time.
Matthew. I know what you're hinting at.
Above board, what is he hinting at?
I know the one thing that Matthew is trying to get us to do, and he is trying to hint to the fact that above board, the king, if we gave him Andromeda, he'd probably agree.
Or Stare.
Why?
Has he been hinting at that?
Because
No.
Andromeda is his researcher that escaped with the super important technology. And she's the only one who knows how to operate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck it. Give him Core. Core will break himself out within a year.
We can give him Core as a
above board. I have an idea. Trade agreements. Profit.
Oh.
No, you're
Not
playing
something-
Solaris.
You're not
Fuck
gonna
off.
do that.
Fuck off. You're playing Solaris right now. That's incorrect. Try again.
I'm trying to not. I'm above board.
That okay. That might work given I don't know how they're getting food. Like, how is this frozen fucking country managing to feed all their fucking citizens?
I would just assume magic.
Workers.
Assume magic, but
They have good berry
Magical
factories.
research.
Greenhouses.
Yeah, they just have a whole bunch of like first level like wizards just or druids
Greenhouses.
acting Goodberry over and over again, and that's what they feed the people.
Yeah, also greenhouses are a thing that we've known about for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what exists.
Your Majesty,
Okay, well,
I
you need
maintain
a lot
a
of fucking
workers.
okay,
greenhouses.
scratch above board. Scratch what I was about to say. I didn't say.
Ethan, it's okay. It's a good idea. It's just that Noah said, "Oh, that's what we're gonna do in Stellaris to fuck me over." Fuck off.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
he's
Your,
I don't know.
Your Majesty, what?
Modern gaming now.
Your Majesty, what if? What if all three countries entered into trade agreements that intertwined, not that to give them everyone what their country needs and lacks. From what I've seen, your nation is powerful isn't even the best word for it. But each nation has something it seems to make best that could better the lives of the citizens in other nations. What if, in order to ensure the stability in the post-Ebor era, each of the three nations came to an economic agreement?
You are
It would be
offering me speculation in trade for commitment. You haven't made these kinds of deals before, have you?
I am but a few months old, Your Majesty. I am trying my best.
Yeah, Your Majesty may just what? If I might have something to recommend. If you and the West and the East made an agreement to, in the theoretical event where you decided to defeat Ebor, divvy up the land as per arrangements, either before or after his defeat. Because it seems like you're worried about them getting more land and more resources for them to build up. If you divvy up that land before, that's not a problem.
The East and West would never agree to my arrangements.
They have 50 days.
They would be requested to give up some of their own land. They would never agree to it.
So the North is just the Soviet Union.
They want a buffer state.
Kill them all and let the gods sort them out.
But you have better technology. You can build a better fleet, stronger fleet. You can take to port cities. That's much more worthwhile than taking east and west
And
land.
have a random 3 square miles of the fucking Scarlands. Oh,
I mean, hey, taking the port cities and Catan is how you win.
You misunderstand. All right. Since you lot won't make an offer, since wits seem to be your weak suit,
Accurate.
here's my offer. Return my chief artificer to me. Otherwise, convince me in some other fashion.
Does he know that you guys know who his chief artificer is?
return your chief artificer.
Don't play
in
coy.
exchange for your full commitment
Wait a minute, guys.
to
Above board, what if
the
y'all just
war
return fucking
against
Lily?
Igor.
Returning Core would be funnier because Core could just walk for the person.
Yes, but you're
Can
orange.
we get a ring of like major disguise or some shit?
No, like I can legitimately just say, fuck it, I walk through.
Polymorph, guys. We know true polymorph.
We can turn Core into Andromeda.
Wait,
We could just
No.
true polymorph Core into Andromeda.
I'm not playing 2 women. What the?
It'll be just for like 5 minutes. You get in and then you walk out.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say.
And I'm not asking for just her return, I'm asking for her commitment. How you sort that out, that's up to you. But
commitment in exchange for your full commitment.
if you could convince her to commit herself to my nation once more and have her return, she will not suffer any penalties. She will be welcomed back with open arms alongside her partner. In return, I will aid with the southern effort. Otherwise, find another way to convince me.
Still, suck his cock right now.
You know,
Motherfucker just walks in like angel dust. I can suck your dick.
I mean, if you roll a really good performance check,
Jeez.
First moves, but that's stack.
I mean, arguably, Zill does have the benefit of knowing what feels good from personal experience, so...
yeah, holy shit. Damn.
We are not diving further into this.
the one pour to end them all.
I take care of my souls.
Yeah, you can suck his soul out of this anyway.
Zill probably
Yes,
could
almost.
find a way to kill the dude that way.
Yeah, it's called.
King Mage's Blood also speaks up. If you can manage that somehow, towards Zell, I might be able to be willing to help with your other problem.
Wait, are you saying
I gotta
is
find
he
Andromeda now.
inferring that if he sucks his dick, he gets souls?
No, he's inferring that if he brings Andromeda back, he gets souls.
Matthew, I have an extremely above board question that
Yes.
Silver would like to know.
Yes.
Theoretically, if she would sell out a certain blood hunter, would that be an equitable trade? Because
No.
you can create super soldiers very quickly.
No, it would not.
Okay. Never mind.
Sounds like we just need to blow up the north and just forget about them, but that's just me
Snoop
above
fucking-
board.
Wait, Andromeda's
Blast
already
the
gonna
north.
do them.
Nuke it with some Naquita bombs.
I still think.
Hell
Army
yeah,
of
get the
Course
fucking
is a
effort
goddamn.
in this bitch. Also,
Army
I'm
of
glad that I'm
Course
not the
would
only person
recreate
who knows
Napoleon.
Stargate.
What?
I'm so glad I'm not the only person here who knows Stargate.
Oh, my family's rewatching it at this point.
It's the better of the Star whatever the fuck shows.
Stargate
Anyhow,
SG-1 was good, and Atlantis are good, and anything other than that, I don't
The
know.
movie
Go
was
back,
good.
pick it up.
Guys,
The
it is
movie.
10 o'clock.
Aliens?
Okay.
Spells.
Yes, aliens.
Guys.
2077
Egyptian alien.
Android?
Guys,
Oh, whoa.
come on.
Hulu?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No, like legitimately, my boss at work,
You
she'll-
have no excuse.
no, like she'll just say, "Hey, Noah, give me an uwu," and it's like, "You motherfucker." No, like green haired, like bi chick, and it's like, God damn it. No, I don't want to give a ooh woo at work. I want to do that right now.
Okay, but that's also not how you do the inflective change.
Ooh woo. There you go. You got it. I can
Plus,
do it if I want to, asshole.
And it's on stream for
Dreaming.
anyone to see.
Yeah, it's true.
I know.
Make sure you name the
I've
pick.
come to
Ooh
terms with the
woo.
fact that I'm furry trash.
Matthew, you need to clip that shit and post it to TikTok.
Can we get an ooh woo
TikTok
for
is pretty good.
TikTok?
It is going on YouTube. I can make a short.
What is this YouTube you speak of?
They're a company owned by
Watch next stream. We instantly have 5 viewers because of.
Yeah, then I need the uwu at every stream. That's a problem.
We are now sponsored by
Then I go back to playing Colgrim.
At what point does it become unironic?
It's funnier if I'm playing Colgrim at the time because, Colgrim's voice is like this, it's a little bit deeper. And it's like, I can't do Colgrim's voice anymore. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
So it's funnier if it's deep voice, well, but, why am I so good at that? I need help. Emotionally.
Stop practicing.
We have a furry to consult.
Practice more.
It's halfway decent. You're just saying that because it's halfway decent.
So what is
It's not
the
the worst I've heard.
so what's the response?
We might even get you sounding like a proper
To
femboy
what?
fox soon.
Not that. What Odalyn Mage's blood said.
Oh, no. Fuck the fanboy foxes. That's part of the
That is kind of the point.
The
Yes,
chief
one is
artificer
generally supposed to fuck
Is
a femboy.
definitely Andromeda. You guys don't even need to question it.
Okay, and Andromeda really fucking hates the North.
Oh, she left the
Hell yeah.
north.
Holy
Hate
fuck,
it.
someone has a small penis. Sorry.
Kind of
There's a
hardly
lar-
Andromeda
there's a
did
loud
build a
motorcycle
bomb to
outside.
blow the north.
No,
She
that was a
like that?
fucking motorcycle outside.
In the corner of my eye, you were making a face, and I'm just like,
No, I was making a face because I was like formulating a joke in my head.
So she left the north.
Do we know why?
She did not like what they were doing.
Smile.
so Selena, though.
But
Well,
still,
we're new.
the offer on the table for you specifically is that if you personally can convince her,
Yeah, Andromeda, when you get back to work, can you put my name down as the friend that referred you?
pretty much, yeah.
Don't forget one of those your photo, right? Are you get discount?
Alright, so get on your knees.
Why?
You're about to earn all the souls that so you don't have to go to hell,
You're gonna suck at least.
okay?
So what's the party's consensus here?
Suck a dick. Suck a dick.
Seriously, guys.
Sarah, I can't write. Okay, I'll write that.
I'm sorry, I kind of blanked out for a few minutes. What's going on?
I
trying
We
to
have
convince
the option
Will
of
to
giving
throw
him a
people
good
can't.
good
In
option,
exchange
a good
Having a little soul.
reason to
So what do you
join
do
us
to fix
and
that?
or
What?
So you
could
think
give him Andromeda.
Does Zilla actually say that?
And we're currently deciding, do we want to go tell him to fuck off or go tell him to fuck off?
Sorry, I'm
Also,
trying to give
there's the
myself
option
CTE.
of Zill attempting to suck his soul out.
Do you not know what CTE is? Only no one knows what that is in sports? CTE. Basically, hey, sports ball. If you get enough concussions, your brain starts, destroying itself.
Maybe the
Dementia,
fact that you're slamming your
depression.
head into shit is what's damaging your brain.
No, like it's a notable football thing.
Anyhow, guys, we've been sitting here for about 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Making progress on my
Only
homework.
10.
I'd love to make progress on my homework.
Well,
I love staring into the
all right,
distance.
I'll try. No promises. Are you not worried about Igor winning?
He's not.
I hear you, deal. But I'm asking.
If you convince my chief artificer and her partner to return, then there will be no problems. Because I will be aligning with the East and West in a full frontal assault against Ebor within the time allotted. All your problems have been solved. What is there to complain about?
Okay, above board, what I want to do is say, can we coordinate? So what I'm thinking about doing is saying, let us take your proposal. Like I'm thinking about saying, let us take your proposal to those who can be better in a better position to. This is me talking through my thoughts.
No,
before
I get
say
what you're
it.
saying. Here's what Ebor, not Ebor, here's what Odalin will say. I've done this with Lokar as well.
This meme is so. We all know that Ybor is every single NPC we've ever met.
Mhm.
Yes,
including
obviously.
Jeff.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyhow, here's my proposal.
We'll give you Jeff.
That is a very dangerous NPC to give.
Oh, your dungeons
We'll just walk
be
away.
clean. No tetanus in these.
You have 3 days for above board. That's until there are 50 days remaining. On the next day, I want you to return here and meet me again with your decision or another means to convince me. After that, I will not meet with you again unless we are allies. That is your last chance. Now, leave.
Thank you very much, Your
Don't
Majesty,
even give him any
for
pleasantries. I just turned my back on him. Sorry.
Pile Driver bows and says, "Thank you very much for your time, Your Majesty. Thank you for granting us this audience."
Of course, I must look into all angles before deciding the best course of action, after all.
Farewell until we meet again.
So, you guys have until day 50. Day 50, you guys will meet with him again.
And in between that time, we cannot meet with Andromeda because we cannot teleport back to Drumbin.
Some of you guys.
You guys can teleport back. You guys can teleport back to Drummond at this point, but you can't interfere with anything going on.
But they're on day 50. Okay.
Well, you just
Let's
can't
group the
interact with the
timeline.
party.
You guys will not be able to interact with anyone in the party, but until day 50. But you guys can go back to Drummond at this point. However, the majority of Drummond is mostly accounted for in terms of what they're doing. Because of Lily's, what's the word? Decisions. Sure.
Decisions.
Most of Drumbin is accounted for. So, what would you like to do?
I would like to go back in and shoot the guy in the face, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
You're more than welcome to try.
I would so love to try, but I know I'd die.
I don't know, man. Regicide
Actually,
is definitely a
that's
good
not a
idea.
bad outcome, actually. Hmm.
Fuck the
So,
North.
so where do you guys go? Do you guys go back
Uh,
to the Ethelheims, or
Maybe we should teleport back to Drum. Or I was also gonna ask before they leave about any teleport circles nearby in the castle that he could return to in 3 days.
he informs you of one at a nearby guild?
Okay. Do I know of it now?
You know of it. How long does it take for you to memorize a sigil? Just knowing it?
I think it's just.
Okay.
And if not, I'll just do that.
Mm-hmm. Um. You just need to memorize it for 1 minute.
I'll memorize it.
Yeah.
Man, I do hate that guy.
Is an ass.
So I guess we'll talk to Andromeda.
I can suspect how the conversation's gonna go. Hopefully, not all of us lose our heads when we bring it up.
So do you guys just go back to Drummond?
probably.
All right.
I mean, first stop is Drumbin's, second stop is communicate with East and West, see if they can think of something. Because we're not very good at
Okay.
If we have 3 days, we do 3 stops. 1 day in Drummond, try to convince Drummond, and the next 2 days at the other 2 places after that fails.
So, you guys go to Andromeda's shop. Blue is not. Blue is manning the counter at the moment.
Well, Blue would go with, so.
We can talk to Blue.
Sure, you can.
We can talk to him. We can't get back. We don't know how to read Blue's hands.
He has
Right.
flipboards and can write.
Oh.
Hey, Blue.
What, you don't think they've
Flips
made
to
the
the
whiteboard
flipboard.
the extra
Hello.
marker at this point?
So, ready for a really not fun conversation?
And
Blue thinks for a moment, and then goes to. So you know how you have tab organizers. You briefly notice him flip to one titled Platinum Order, and then just sort of source through one, and then you see a bunch for Lily. Sort of like, what did you freeze? What did you catch on fire? A bunch to Zill, and then he flips through and he stares curious for a moment, really just sort of questioning things, and then looks up at you, then looks back down, writes in bold letters, "Who did you kill?" Um, and then he briefly takes out a notepad and then writes out, "I'm surprised I haven't had this one written down in anticipation. I I thought I had that one."
Yeah, now you do.
And then he points it back at you. "Who did you kill?"
This time. Oh,
We
well,
didn't kill anyone.
in recent history, but that's not the topic of conversation.
Okay.
Um,
Or he sort of gives you a look like, continue.
Why did you and Andromeda leave the north?
Takes out his notebook. Complicated.
Yeah, we kind of need to know at this point, though. The king wants you back. We kind of don't want to send you back.
Writes down, you spoke to Mage's Blood?
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes, and it was a very unpleasant experience. 10 out of 10, don't recommend.
How much does he know?
Just said that he wants you and Andromeda back. That's one of the only ways we'd get him without coming up with a really, really good deal for him to help.
And we are bad at diplomacy and don't know how to make a really good deal. So, get the obvious one out
Which
of
is
the way.
why we should
And then
consult
go
with.
figure out something better.
Which is why we should figure out how to consult with the heads of the other nations. With my was it king or queen? I can't remember. Queen.
Queen Elestina.
Queen Elestina. All right, need to.
You did. When talking to him. It's been a while. Anyhow.
Well,
Sorry, private conversation there. He flips to a note and says, I'll go find Andromeda. Wait, what? What are you asking if Mo is?
No. He in that sentence.
Yes, yeah. Don't you remember that?
Not
Yeah. Yes, in that context, he is Mage's Blood. So Blue goes off to get Andromeda. What are you doing?
Just trying to listen to something.
Yeah. And Andromeda comes up a bit frazzled. A bunch of her hair is sticking together in clumps. She looks stressed out.
Good.
Huh. Thanks. So you spoke with King Mage's Blood.
Mm-hmm.
What did you tell him?
nothing.
I think I already know.
We didn't say anything about you. If that's what you're worried about.
That is true.
It's like they already knew that.
Yeah, but that's like barely true.
That's just blatantly false. You said he wants me back.
He proposed that.
In
was
exchange
the one-
for his full effort in taking down Igor and hopefully making
did not-
the world not end.
We did
Damn
not.
it.
We did not say anything to
Yeah, we
him
didn't
about
bring it up. We
knowing
didn't
you.
reveal anything. We didn't even say your name. He just offered for the return of his
Chief
chief artificer. And he knows ridiculous amount of shit. He knows everything about us. So he probably
When you say everything,
He knew about that cage incident.
he's got spies fucking everywhere. Who knows how many of them are in Drum?
of course he does. I was optimistic to think I'd get away. By the way, Sarah, for context, this would be before your conversation.
I'm getting that picture now, and it makes sense, honestly. It's kind of wackadoodle-doo how you're able to string two things together when one of them happened before but was chronologically after, and vice versa.
Wibbly wobbly.
It took a lot of fucking planning to make this happen.
Yeah, okay, you made me feel so fucking guilty about that Andromeda bullshit being like, you're advocating for her to murder people. I do not feel guilty anymore. Fuck them
Good.
hoes.
Good. That was kind of
Like,
the point.
You made me feel so fucking guilty, Matthew. Like, I felt like shit because I felt like I was put in a no-win situation. But now I'm just like, you know what? Fuck
No,
these
but to be
nerds.
fair, she is talking about innocent researchers,
Yeah, but,
which is
like,
still fucked.
it's fucked, but the alternative is way worse. From what I can tell. No, it's terrible. Like, I don't know. It's a crazy ass situation. Fuck your moral dilemmas, Matthew. But yeah.
Iron within, iron without.
Just
Damned
kill
if
them
you
all.
Yeah.
Remember, if they
No
run,
ration.
they're the problem. If they don't run, they're the problem, but well trained. Paraphrasing from Full Metal Jacket.
Hmm.
Or wait, was it Apocalypse Now? It was Apocalypse
Some
Now.
military movie.
A really shitty one. Let me tell you, that was 3 hours of my life that I am not getting back.
That's just how time works, dude.
It's how the
Time
fuck
is
are you not
French.
familiar with that expression?
I know that expression. I think it's a stupid expression.
Yeah, but it is quite illustrative.
Yeah. Anyhow,
I mean,
Andromeda,
yes, you won't get any.
Andromeda sort of speaks up. I've got no choice.
You do have the choice of saying no.
Letting everyone die?
Well,
We could always find an
I suppose there
alternative.
might be another way, but he did promise that you would be welcomed and treated well, whatever that's worth.
Right.
Stand the truth
Put
matter.
right back to having full access to a fully stocked research laboratory with pointed requests towards specific research avenues, but all the funding I could request, all at my disposal. A dream, if you will, if I weren't being locked in a cage as a result. God, is this what Ebor felt like?
Maybe.
That's a villain origin story if I've ever heard of one.
Did he say specifically what he wants me for?
No.
Of course not. Do you have any other ways? Did you even? What did you guys say? Were you unable to convince him any other way?
Well, he said we could return in 3 days with any potential other offers. He didn't seem to respond. He almost didn't seem worried about Igor winning. Because he wasn't willing to commit his forces just based on the possibility of Igor winning if he didn't intervene. So, I'm not sure what will be best.
That doesn't sound right.
He almost didn't seem concerned. He talked about how his kingdom has been wiped out. He's had mass extinction events before, and he almost made it
What?
seem like he wasn't so worried about evil.
No, that makes no sense. Mage's Blood has always been fixated on the war with Igor. He considers the South to be one of his biggest threats.
Apparently not
The Mage's
anymore.
Blood I knew, anyway. And without me, not to toot my own horn, but a lot of his avenue for progression has since left. I was chief artificer for a reason.
I was gonna think, well, is there anyone around us, by the way? We're like alone.
You guys are alone. You guys are alone in Andromeda and Blue's shop. Relative door is locked. No one's coming in.
Okay, I was also gonna say, well, we do also know that the king did not seem surprised in the slightest to hear Ivor's announcement. Perhaps he could be working with him in secret somehow.
That makes no sense.
It might be true.
The war started between the North and the South.
It's been a long time.
If anything, I'd expect him to ally with the East and West far before he ever attempted negotiations with the South, especially considering what you told me about Ebor's stance considering the North. Didn't he say some? Yeah, when I was peering in on you guys, didn't he say something about how he insisted that the North started the war?
I don't know. It's just there are a few things that are weird.
Noah, why are you fucking around in Sarah's notes?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, Jack.
It's on D&D.
Yeah,
We'll tell you
it's
once stream is off. This is an after stream thing.
Okay.
I can take a picture of this more, so I'm just trying to.
I'll be good and watch a football animation.
The greatest Nike advertisement
Oh,
that
that.
would be advertised.
That one. The one where they're like
Yeah.
Okay, focus, guys. We're gonna be finishing up soon.
I was saying, I don't know. It was just very strange. He didn't seem at all convinced by my arguments about Ybor not destroying his kingdom. Maybe he's been promised something by Ybor. Maybe he's been promised that he'll be spared somehow. I don't know. But there's a lot of weird things going on with that. So maybe, even though it seems weird,
What? So could I pack my bags then? No, wait, I can't. I can't go back. This is a problem. Lily is requesting my help making a bunch of magic items here for your use. You guys will need them eventually.
yes.
And you guys losing access to me is a problem. Because make no mistake, if I return to the north, you will not have access to me anymore.
Maybe we could make that part of the deal. You get to spend some time outside the north. And you could have relative freedom.
I mean, I'm more concerned of whether or not do you even want to go back.
No, But what choice do I have?
The choice to tell us, no, you don't want to go back, and we will respect your choice.
If I'm to tell you no, and you can't convince him otherwise, I've essentially doomed the world.
We might be able to get some concessions.
You don't understand.
Is it too late to decide anymore?
You don't understand. This arrangement, this isn't to prey on you, it's to prey on me. He knows what I'm like. He knows I can't refuse this. Because doing so would be abandoning all of my morals. Mage's Blood knows me too well and knows I wouldn't stand to live any longer if I abandoned life as a whole. If I could have done something to save a large swath of people and stood to the sidelines, I wouldn't live with myself, and he knows that. That's why he made this offer. But is this really living?
No.
I'm sorry. I need to think to myself. We'll be ready to go in 3 days. One way or another.
I will see if we can find an alternate option in the meantime.
All right. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Good stream, everyone. For anyone watching,
I'm still waiting for the point
Still
for
wanna
you to
go-
torture me because I know if Andromeda nukes the North, consequences will affect me.
The
Oh, yeah.
consequences will never be
She
the
might not
same.
necessarily nuke the North. She might neutron bomb it. That'd be so much worse.
so we will be back
We want
next
the-
week.
I don't care about the land or the
See you
government.
guys then.